What's up? What it do? So, do y'all remember the pink sauce? Hold on. Okay, so this the creator. Now, it came out a few years ago, and when it came out, they said it had a really good flavor. I didn't try it because the thing about it was, it spoiled sometimes before people received it, and it was causing botulism. Um, Botulism is like a bacteria that can make you really, really sick. So, what ended up happening is she made this good condiment that a lot of people really liked, but she was having issues, I think, with keeping it from spoiling. So, what ended up happening is this major brand, I think it was Gordon Foods, don't quote me, ended up linking up with her, and then I never heard from it again until just a few minutes ago when I seen her on my timeline. So basically, she was talking about how basically she signed this deal or agreement with them, and she was under the impression that they were going to help her basically pivot her idea into like the mainstream to where it would get her stuff into grocery stores and things like that, and I guess curated into a larger audience. But what ended up happening is they ended up my bad, I had to cough. They ended up taking over her idea, and she said she really doesn't know what's going on with the sauce speaking. Now she did come out with a blue sauce, and I think she's kind of like perfecting that or whatever the case may be. But as of right now, she don't know where it's at. She don't know what it is. But they did send her a check for $120. And she's like pissed. And the thing of it is, she said she heard the pink sauce was not pink anymore. And she said that was the main problem. What I feel like based off of listening to her is that they somehow finessed her. And this tends to happen when you don't know a lot about business. They give you a lot of oohs, eyes, glitz, and glams. They basically finessed her out of her idea, and she signed away the rights to her sauce, and she didn't know. And it was like some kind of distribution deal where she gets some kind of kickback on the cost. Now, she was saying that it's no longer pink, and I went through the comments and people were saying it's no longer pink. They said it was sold at Walmart for a little while, then it went on clearance. Now it's at the dollar triage. And some people were saying that they worked at Walmart, and Walmart just wouldn't even keep it or sell it at a discounted rate. They would just throw it away. So she's saying that the reason why it's not working is because it's not pink. But this is my question. If the sauce was making people sick and Gordon Foods was supposed to be correcting the problem, they had to have thought removing the pink element was going to save it. So then when it went mainstream by linking up with this big manufacturer, they probably thought like, okay, if we remove the pink element, which is the dragon fruit, because supposedly this is what made it pink, um that would cut out what was making it expire, then that would fix the issue, right? But then I guess it didn't work because that messed with the flavor, and then the sales and stuff pivoted, and then they were losing money, and I'm thinking that's why she only got a check for $120 because it affected the taste once the dragon fruit thing. My question is, I had to get there because I had to get y'all where my thinking is. Why didn't they just pay for refrigeration for the sauce? Because if the product was really that big and that good a few years ago, I'm pretty sure people would have paid for the sauce, especially if it needed to be refrigerated. Hell, we pay for Simply Lemonade, and it has to be refrigerated. So, if they could have made it to where it had to stay refrigerated at all times, we would have paid for it. So, I'm more interested on what kind of deal she thought she signed and if she can even revamp it because she's all over the FYP showing her eating the sauce, right? But she's not showing how she's storing the sauce and things like that. She's showing her eating it with all different types of food and things like that. But the question wasn't never if the sauce tasted good. It was it arriving to people expired and the storage for it and the preservatives and things like that. I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this, because did y'all ever know what happened to her? Because this was like the first time I've ever heard of her. I thought she sold it and they were still like formulating it. I honestly kind of forgot about her until I just seen her on my timeline. But my thing is, why they didn't just pay for refrigeration and then sell it as a cold condiment? Um, because they do it for Simply Lemonade, sour cream, things like that. I'm not understanding that. So I really would be curious to know like what y'all thoughts is on what the problem is, especially if you tried it. Because people said it had a good flavor, but so many people received it, and when they received it, it was already spoiled. So I'm curious on y'all thoughts. Let me know. Yeah, let's talk about it.